The start of this year felt like standing on the edge of a brand new beginning, the beginning of the rest of my life. An exciting blank page that I'd been dreaming of since I was little. God took that blank page and filled it with chaos, adventure, loss, joy, and abundant life. This is my love note to 2024. When I entered my dorm room at the start of the year, everything was foreign. I still remember the anxiety that clung to my stomach on that very first day. I couldn't even help my parents unpack. I just sat there, on my new bed, staring into nothing. I couldn't begin to imagine this place as my new room, let alone my home. In those first moments, the space between the four walls of room 3069 was alien, and in my mind it seemed impossible that it could become in any way familiar, even in the span of a year. Looking back, I'm trying to figure out the exact moment that this all changed. But when can we ever trace the trail of what went from foreign to familiar in a single moment? The whole concept is impossible because for something to become home, it takes time. And time is the exact tool that God uses to create something beautiful. He masterfully molded the minutes, hours, days, and weeks, using this foreign space to pull me closer into his ever-familiar arms. It was the culmination of those moments in his presence that allowed space between the four walls of room 3069 to become a sanctuary. This room and the trees became home, despite all the countless parties held outside my window at 1 a.m. and the lovely rooster recording from the guy's residence next door that went off at 7:30 every morning. We've made pancakes in here and other weird treats, studied and procrastinated till the cows came home. I've worshipped in this room with a heart of joy and sadness, excitement and frustration. Phone calls to home consisted of reciting compelling stories, everyday moments and irritations. God used all of this, the good, the bad, and the seemingly tedious, to build a new life around me, and I didn't have to do anything except open up my heart to him and what he was doing. One of my biggest fears going into my first year of university was that I wasn't going to make good friends. I think that's a pretty human fear that we all have when we head into a new season with new people. But yet again, God showed up, and I didn't have to do anything except trust him. He gave me people that feel like sunshine and Kurt Dad and Silky songs. The beautiful friendships formed from late night waffle missions, leaning out the window of the car singing every word to Unwritten. Spontaneous beach days, and all of these abundant life moments are part of the many wonderful blessings that God gave me over this last year. Even though I missed home so much, the times when I came to visit have been some of the most special memories with my family, laughing till our stomachs hurt and spending long lazy mornings with my dog Juliet. There's something so powerful about looking back at seasons of great change. You begin to see God's hands in everything, even the lowest and darkest moments. As humans, we have such a limited view of what God is doing in the moment. Just like Jesus' disciples, when Jesus was with them on earth, they couldn't have begun to imagine the plan that God had to save the whole of humanity, to send his only son to die for us. It's part of what I think Jesus meant when he said, "You don't understand now what I'm doing, but someday you will." In John 13, verse 7. There are some things that I still don't understand in retrospect, but so much of it that I do only by knowing what I know now, after he has created something beautiful in his time. Now I know I can trust God with every detail of my life. Before this year, I most definitely knew of the goodness and faithfulness of God, but today I can say that I've tasted and seen that the Lord is good and faithful for myself, and I will ever joyfully take refuge in him.